Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And off we go from Denver. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just not looking at Derek Carr and evaluating him the correct way, because this guy's been incredibly reliable. Only 2 missed starts in 6 seasons with the Raiders. His completion percentage topped 70% last year. The only one higher, Drew Brees in New Orleans. The problem, though, it hasn't translated into wins. They move the ball up and down the field, but they don't score enough touchdowns. Derek Carr hoping to remedy that in 2020.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. Here comes the Bronco offense with Drew Lock from Missouri in charge.
What a roller coaster for Drew Lock from the NFL draft until the end of his rookie season, because on draft night he thought he might go in the first round. Ended up going in the second, and then didn't get to start with the Broncos until near the end of his rookie year. But the Broncos did go 4-1 in those games, and he played very well, working on his agility.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Well, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. That is caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Carr gives to Richard. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Richard lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in a 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know people see Phillip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 52 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he puts it through. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll find Richard here underneath. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 14-9. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. A solid stiff arm. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
So we've come. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through this second half as we are back underway in Denver. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense at this point.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Philip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's Lindsay. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsay, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay takes it in from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And he knocks it through. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Philip Lindsay touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr is going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Drew Lock on target to Jerry Jeudy. And the Broncos add on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he's able to put it through. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Carr completes it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 54 yards. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to a pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another run by Lindsey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now running right through it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Carr. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Carr going to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. 7 yards the pickup there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. Now this defense very accustomed to trying to stop Melvin Gordon. It's the same division, the AFC West, but a different uniform for Gordon. Spending 5 years with the Chargers before joining these Broncos in the offseason. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, as Charles grabs our shovels, we say so long from snowy Denver.
See you next time, everyone.